Good morning, children. Once again, Sarkar has come back to take the online class for the class 2 student. The subject is Alternative English. Today, I would like to revise once again that poem. Name of the poem is Of a Questionable Conviction. It's a poem about a poet who is expressing his feelings in the poem. I am reading this text for you. This is a man who talks of pain as though it belonged to him alone. Maybe he has invented it himself and make a virtue of it. Maybe he is a poet. For hours he waits in the night. Towards another night he waits. For that is his excuse to live. The empty window in his lonely wall belongs to him. This is the selected portion of the poem for class 2 board examination. How many questions are there? Before going to give you the answer, I would like to discuss about this poem, about the poet and the poem. What type of poem is this? Of a questionable conviction. Every poem or every poet has certain conviction which he sincerely wants to express to the society. This expression, feelings, thought, he would like to share through his composed poems. The poet is a strange creature. They are all human beings, but strange in their attitude, in their behavior. Let us see why they are different. He has no connection with the materialistic world. Materialistic world where the people have a lot of competition, where the people are busy to earn money, fame. They want to become famous. But the poets are different. His world is of physical and spiritual by nature. In the physical world, he confronts poverty. Physical world means the environment. The poets, most of the poets are poor. They lead their life in poverty. Defame and public lampooning. He is made of suffer by goddess Lakshmi. That means he don't have any money. But goddess Saraswati accepts him as his potential child. That means he is literate, knowledgeable person, wise person, but he may not have enough wealth. He is rich in spiritual world. He solaces his troubled mind, saying that he is performing a divine task. To write a poem is not an easy work. As I have told you, it is easy to write a story, to write a travelogue, prose, but really it is difficult to write a poem or compose a poetry. It needs something else. What is that? That inspiration. God-given is a God-given gift. All poets around the world wait for inspiration. Without inspiration, it is not possible to write a poem. When they get inspiration from above, they express that thought as a poem in paper. They polish it. They rewrite, correct it. When they are satisfied, they produce, they show, they recite, and people understand, enjoy, get benefit out of this poem. Poems are full of knowledge. Only rhyming lines is not a poem. It should have a deeper meaning. Central idea of the poem. There should be a central idea from which we can learn so many things. Here, the poem, the first question, how does the poet react to the man's talk of pain? P-A-I-N, pain, means suffering. Why? Why the poet say like this? Suffering. Man's talk of pain makes the poet react with bitter experience. Today, I am not going to write the answer on the board, but I shall give you dictation. I shall repeat. I shall tell you. Please get ready to write the answer. Listen and write. There are 5 important questions in this stanza. Here, the first question is, how does the poet react to the man's talk of pain? I shall give you the answer afterwards. Second question is, why does the poet wait for hours at night? Poet, it is not easy, as I told you. It takes some time. Poet, wait near the empty room, open window, look at the sky, the beautiful nature, the blue sky, the twinkling star, everything. But sometimes they do not get inspiration. Hours after hours, night after night, they wait for the inspiration. When it comes, they begin to write. This is the process. Third question is, what is the poet's excuse to live? Reason. How do they live? Why do they live? For whom do they live? Fourth question is, what do empty window and lonely walls suggest? Write down the question. What do empty window and lonely walls suggest? Means tell us. Means. Last question is, what do you mean by his eyes saw the pain in the mirror? Mirror means looking glass. Mirror. What do you mean by his eyes? His eyes means poet's eye saw the pain in the mirror. And the last question of this stanza is, why they did not grudge at him? They means people. Why they did not grudge at him? envious, jealous. The poet. What a men are they? We common people are busy. We are in materialistic world. We are busy to increase our fame, our money, our business, our property, our wealth. We have hardly any time to enjoy the beautiful world's beauty. Are you ready to take the answer to the first question? I am going to tell you the answer. I would like to give dictation. The first question is, how does the poet react to the man's talk of pain? Man's talk of pain. Answer. Man's talk of pain, TALK, talk of pain, makes the poet react. Makes the poet react. Bitter experience. BITTER. Bitter experience. The man thinks as if pain were exclusively EXCLUSIVLY an integral part, integral part of his life. And he may its sole inventor. And he may its sole inventor, SOLE, inventor, INVENTOR. This is the answer. I would like to repeat once again. Man's talk of pain makes the poet react. Bitter experience. The man thinks as if pain were exclusively an integral part of his life. And he may its sole inventor. This is enough. Now look at the question number 2. Why does the poet wait for hours at night? Why does the poet wait for hours at night? The answer is, the poet waits, WAITS, waits for hours at night for some idea. The poet waits for night for some idea which will serve him, as an inspiration. INSPIRATION, inspiration. Force, FORC, force, to compose a poem. As an inspiration, force to compose a poem. Okay, this is enough. Now look at the question number 3. What is the poet's excuse to live? Excuse to live. Look at the word. What is the poet's excuse? Means what reasons he is giving for living in the world. Now the answer is the poet's excuse, Poet', the poet's excuse to live is to wait for hours and nights. For hours and nights. Waiting is the main thing. It is not possible to write a poem all on a sudden, taking a paper and pen. We have to wait for inspiration. Without inspiration, it is not possible to write a poem. That's why the poets all over the world give excuse to live, to wait for the inspiration. Now look at the question number 4. What do empty window and lonely wall suggest? What do empty window and lonely wall suggest? The answer is the empty window and lonely wall. The empty window and lonely wall suggest, S-U-G-G-E-S-T-S, suggest the poet's vast emptiness, E-M-P-T-I-N-E-S-S, emptiness and utter loneliness, U-T-T-E-R, utter loneliness, L-O-N-E-L-I-N-E-S-S, loneliness. I am repeating the question's answer once again. The empty window and lonely wall suggest the poet's vast emptiness and utter loneliness. Actually speaking, poets do not like to stay in a crowded place. They like quiet place and lonely place to stay alone so that nobody can disturb them at the time of poems. They always like to stay alone, especially for writing and composing poems. They always wait for the inspiration for writing the poems. That's why they rightly said that, what do empty window and lonely wall suggest? Question number 5. Look at the board. What do you mean by his eyes saw the pain in the mirror? What do you mean by his eyes By his eyes means poet's eyes saw the pain in the mirror. Answer. His eyes saw the pain in the mirror. His eyes saw the pain in the mirror means the poet already knows about his fate, F-A-T-E, full stop. He knows that his occupation would bear pain and nothing less. His occupation means service, work, would bear pain. He will get pain and suffering, but nothing else. And the last question is, why they did not grudge at him? Why they did not grudge at him? Here they means the people, the reader, the people around him, those who are not poets. The answer is, people have no bad remark. People have no bad remark towards the poets. Full stop. They don't have a resentful attitude. They don't have a resentful, R-E-C-A-C-N-T, full attitude, A-T-T-I-T-U-D-E, attitude towards them. Because the poet's activities never ruin anybody's sleep. Because the poet's activities never ruin anybody's sleep. Full stop. They live in their way. They live in their way with their conviction. They live in their way with their conviction, and people live in their way. Their ways are different. People live in their way. Full stop. There is never a confrontation. There is never a confrontation. C-O-N-F-R-O-N-T-A-T-I-O-N. Confrontation. comma, never an overlapping. Never an overlapping. I would like to read the answer once again. Please check up. People have no bad remark towards the poet. They don't have a resentful attitude towards them, because the poet's activities never ruin anybody's sleep. Full stop. They live in their way, comma, with their convictions, and people live in their way. There is never a confrontation, never an overlapping. These are the 6 important questions of this poem. Children, this poem is a little bit difficult to understand, but this is the answer. You always write the copy and try to read it over and over again. Most probably, we shall have regular class in the month of November. Again, we shall discuss it in the class. By the time you have got enough time, so online class is going on. So go through, write them in your note so that you can get ready for monthly test and board examination. So poet, the conviction of a questionable conviction is a poem which has got 6 important questions. So I think you have noted. If it's possible, we shall come once again tomorrow. God willingly, we shall come again tomorrow for online classes. Yesterday, I have tried my best to contact some of you because I have got some phone number. But many of you were there in the class. I have already forgotten your names. You have already forgotten me. So I have tried my best to contact you through phone. But some of you did not turn up. I am very happy that some of you are following the online classes. Some of you are less interested and giving some excuse like, wait, it's not good. You are a second year student now. You are handling physics, chemistry, mathematics, all classes are there. Along with this qualitative English, this is also 100 marks. I think you all are happy and healthy. Thank you very much. Hope to meet you tomorrow.